Hey, what's up, guys? Are you horny and in love? Or is that a certain type of love we need to discover and see with rules and standards that might come along with it? Be right back.
First gaze, I forgot my worst days. It was Thursday, felt like my birthday. It was her day. Meet the man from Jersey. Where you from?
Hey guys, we're here to talk about Eros now. Eros, which is romantic love, okay? Again, it's an intense sexual desire for someone. It is a passionate, overwhelming. Even the Greeks used to recognize this feeling as something that will override your behavior, override your how you act, what you do. So this is what social media push is, all the pictures and the videos of seeing couples, but it's always in a sexual manner. There's people and places in that push out the healthy side of all aspects of the relationship, but more so we seeing the sexual, intimate part of the relationship, laying in the bed, holding each other. How do you just things like that, whatever, sexual positions, kissing, whatever case may be. And that's only the one aspect of the relationship that we're pushing. But I want you to understand that there is more to this than what it is. But we're going to focus on what it is, which is Eros, is a romantic love. All right. This is what pornography tried to manipulate. See, it takes what people are looking for. People are looking for love, but they will minimize to accept at any level of love just to feel some type of love. Men and women is that we do it differently, and it's what you're willing to put yourself through or deal with just to feel something. And that's where I want to explain. So this is going to help you identify this type of love. So when someone tells you they love you, you know what type of love that they're talking about. Or if you feel as though you love someone or you tell them, you know what type of love you're talking. Okay, so we're referring to the term Eros, E-R-O-S, in the context of romantic love. Okay, Eros is one of the ancient Greek words for love. It is specifically refers to passion, romance, and sensual love. It's that the Greeks categorize this love as in several types, but the Eros is associated with desire, attraction, and physical aspects of love. I want you, I need you, I gotta touch you, and all these things, whatever. And it's to a point where you have a couple that could genuinely be in love, but they want to express that love in a physical aspect. Okay, but we just focused on Eros right now. All right, so before we continue, please follow, subscribe, hit the bell, and if you won't miss any videos in the future. And I'm here to put up every Monday at 10 a.m. and we're going to lock in for you. My book is for sale. The link is going to be in the description. It's Sex Volume 1 and 2. More couples by, committed couples, married couples, Volume 2. Volume 1 is educated, where I go into describing maybe the origins of certain body parts, or what we nickname them, and all that good stuff, whatever. So here we go. Here are some key points about Eros. All right. Passionate love. Okay. Eros represents the intense, emotional, and passionate aspects of romantic love. It is often categorized by a strong physical, emotional connection between two individuals under the aspect of desire. I want you. I feel like I need you, and I want to have you. I want to hold you. I want you to hold me. These are the things that go into the second key, which is the physical desire. Eros is closely linked to physical attraction and desire. It involves the longing for physical presence, touch, intimacy with a loved one. See, the whole aspect is when you get to be attracted to someone and you're romantically involved and you're beginning to, you like this person because you have senses, sight, smell, taste, touch, hear. You begin to wanting this person to the point of wanting to experience this person with your senses. I want to know what you smell like. I want to see what you look like. I want to see what you taste like. I want to see what it sounds like. I want to see what you feel like. All these things are what gives people. That's why if you have all these YouTubers or content creators that are putting out these sounds where you could hear every sound, whatever, people are referring to, I think it's MS, whatever. People usually listen to these type of contents because also what sensational of the ears it gives them and the vibrations of the sound throughout their, could they put earphones in and all that good stuff, whatever. Now we're gonna get into a little bit of that, but I just want to touch on that. But it's the physical attraction of your senses, how you want to experience this person at another level of physical. Okay, we even have mythology where it looks at Cupid and Psyche. In Greek mythology, Eros is often portrayed as the son of Aphrodite. Now, Eros is the term of passionate love, but the Greek word that we're using is from a language, mythology of Aphrodite, the goddess of love. Now, I do not specifically believe in no other god but the one true high God, which is Elohim, which is God the Father, getting through him, through the knowledge and the actions of what Jesus Christ did on the cross. It's a whole nother love we're going to talk about at another video. All right. So, but it is depicted as mischievous, a winged youth who shoots arrows to inspire love. This is the Cupid. This is what the myth of Cupid and Psyche's famous story associated with Eros. So illustrating the power or challenging of romantic love to the point of where there is some other being. This feeling was depicted as so strong that they believed that maybe something spiritual was behind this feeling and there was some influence on it. Now, the other thing is about Cupid and what people don't want to refer to today is a lot of people don't even know they want this part of love so badly that people are now struggling how to process getting to know someone to get there. And now we just skipping the process and going straight there. And that's why we're going with the back and forth arguing. But we're going to continue to understand that as you keep following me, right? Hit the bell. All right. Now, key number 4, balance with other forms of love. Okay. The philosophical discussion of love. Greek philosophers like Plato distinguish between different types of love, including eros, agape, which is unconditional love, philia, which is deep friendship. Each type of love has seen as valuable in its own way, contributing to the holistic understanding of human relationship. So as we begin to have a relationship, we begin to understand the aspects of love, of how we express it with different type of people. And this one we're talking about eros. All right. Even in the Bible, let's go to biblical encounters of this passionate love. You can read Songs of Solomon, chapter 1, verses 12 through 14. Which you go back, it's a very sensual book. All right, it's the woman and the man talking. Is King Lover lay down. This is starting at verse 12. When the king lover lay down beside me, my fragrance filled the room. His head resting between my breasts, and head of my lover was sachet of sweet myrrh. My beloved is a banquet of mid-flower just for me from the fields of En-Gedi. So this is right now coming from the Songs of Solomon. You also have Genesis chapter 39, 12 through 15. All right. One of those days he came to the house to do his work, and none of the household servants was there. She grabbed him by the cloak, saying, "Sleep with me." Now, this is the wife of a ruler that was trying to sleep with Joseph, and he ran, and she took his cloak and all that good stuff, whatever. Now, this is one thing I want to explain where people see in this story, and all they want to see is the aspect of her trying to sleep with him. When did it get to a point where she got so comfortable that she could grab him and say, "Sleep with me"? This is Potiphar's wife. Sleep with me. He had to be there for for some time. Women are usually not just physically. It's after some time of getting to know you. So because of his wisdom, because of who he were, because how he rolled, because of his character, I believe there was other things with Joseph that also brought attraction of Potiphar's wife. Not saying his fault. I'm just saying there's more to the story because he was there for so long. Potiphar looked at him a certain way, which put him in a certain position of rulership. She trusted him. And if she's being neglected or whatever by her husband, whatever the case is, she could have been not neglected. He could have been doing everything right. And who knows where at some point she began to have an attraction towards Joseph. Now, we're gonna go into, there's a difference between eros love, romantic love, and lust. Two different things, but let's keep going. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 8 through 9. Now to the unmarried and the widow I say, it is good for them to stay unmarried, as I do. But if they cannot control themselves, they should marry. For it is better to marry than to burn with passion or eros. To get to know somebody and then you want them physically. It never said you want to do anything, but it's better for you to get married than for you to sit here trying to be unmarried, but knowing you physically want somebody because the Bible says if you look at someone and you just with lust of the eye, you have committed adultery. So they're trying to say, listen, don't try to battle this thing. If you want somebody, then do it in the right way. You get what I'm saying? And this is where we're going to go into the rules of this love and why. Let's keep going. Passionate love comes with no rules or standards. That's why when you are in a moment, nothing matters in a moment. Nothing. So we all grown. I'm assuming, my apologies, I'm assuming most of y'all not virgins. Let's go ahead and give it another shot in the dark of saying most of us have multiple partners. So we got to understand this. How many times you got caught up in the moment of physically wanting somebody? How many times you got in a moment of, ladies, he done threw you around that bed, you just went every which way, arms, legs, here, this and third, you know what I mean, bent over, spread eagle, all that. Come on, man, I'm just keeping it real. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. Men, how many times, parents, and I'm not talking about this parents too, and if you're in a relationship, how many times y'all was in there and y'all was getting it on, whatever, you heard that baby crying, and most of y'all ignored that child to keep it going. See, in this deep, passionate love and sexual attraction and desire, you throw caution to the wind to the point you get so infused with wanting this person and actually experience this person, you begin to be irrational and throwing things to the wind. So this passionate love is really has no standards. It does not care or what's going on outside of this moment. So I want to very much explain there's a difference between Eros love and lust. See, lust is looking at people as a pleasurable object is what we call a sex object. Their objective is of the perspective of bringing this person to them for pleasure, or you pleasing this person sexually. This is all it is. It's a sexual objective. Lust has nothing to do with wanting the person in a sense of love and caring for them and all that good stuff. Lust is different. It's only when you turn into lust and it produces the following things. Now, I think experiencing Eros over and over and over again without the other balances of love, you begin to only have lust. And lust produces what? Over $100 billion sex trafficking industry right now. In this earth, sex trafficking is over $100 billion. This is what lust produces. How many times hearts are broken? Eros and lust can produce that, if only working by itself. The argument of low, high body counts, where that came from. Somebody manipulated something to get where they at, but this is where we get lust from. Unplanned childbirth, porn addiction, rape, child molestation, infidelity. When you have an idea that steak dinner is equivalent to sex, I pay for dinner, so I need to get some. How do we get here? Lust. When you are having sex, all positions go. Anything goes. Lust. Parents could care less about what's going on in the midst of doing something. I don't know how many times where I've seen women go somewhere with their child and they just had their child at a stranger's house while they get something in the back room, while their child is just sitting there, whatever. Men too. Men has neglected their children just because they're going out here chasing after women, and that child is in the way of their lustful acts, and much, much more. Y'all get what I'm saying? So that's why Eros, passionate with love, with no rules, can only be controlled. Here we go. Listen to people. Listen. This is where we get it. Passionate love with no rules can only be controlled in a fully committed relationship. Eros without a confines of a commitment will train people to be only lustful. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4 through 6. A marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. As long as you're married, all team go. The unlimited experience that seems to have no standards is controlled by faithful relationship. Understanding Eros in the context of romantic love involves acknowledging the complexity of human emotions, desires, relationships. It's a topic that has fascinated thinkers, poets, and artists throughout history and continues to be explored in various forms of literature, art, and psychology today. So that's Eros, people. I hope you enjoyed this video to help you understand Eros, the romantic love, to give you a full perspective and for you to go out there more mindful on what to identify. Our next video will be on philia, which is affectionate love, and really talking about friendship. So this is Piece of the Puzzle, and I hope this piece gives you peace. Peace.
first gaze. I forgot my worst days. It was Thursday, felt like my birthday. You was her day. Meet the man from Jersey. Where you from?